Hi Kaylee, thank you for booking with me. Excuse my ugly monkey shorts. It's actually like really late in Florida right now. But thank you for your patience with me. I actually had my router blew out, so I ordered a new one. And yeah, also YouTube takes like years to upload videos. But I actually picked out some crystals for you so you can see where this energy is coming from, or like if it resonates with you. I have carnelia, which is the stone of action. It's a stone of strength. I also have kyanite. I always keep kyanite here because kyanite is a crystal that helps you get more in touch with that past life sense and those past life memories. And I have citron here, which is this it's more related to the sacral chakra, and it's the stone of creativity. I'm feeling like you are a very creative person, and you do hold a lot of drive, but you're also very fiery and communicative. So even though you're a Virgo, I feel a lot of sense of like of not impulsiveness, but that need. The only way I could describe it is a drive, like a drive to get things done. Now for your reading, I'm going to be using the Past Life Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. They don't make this thing anymore. I actually got it years ago from when I went to a seminar with him. From when I went to a seminar with Brian Weiss. So I'm sorry if you're trying to look for it. I'm also going to be using the Deviant Tarot. This is the Deviant Tarot. Okay. Do I need anything else? No, I think that's it. So I'm just gonna jump right in. When I saw your chart, I automatically got activist, but I also feel like there's like a karmic, there's more than one karmic relationship. We all hold more than one karmic relationship. But for you specifically, I don't know why I kept getting your parents coming up. Like there's a relationship there with your parents, as well as probably heavy relationships when it comes to the karmic sense. Because I feel like when you get into a relationship, even though you want to cut certain people off, you will either always tend to run back to them, or they will always tend to come back to you, because there's a similarity of energy there that kind of just draws you back in or draws them back in. But enough of me and my chatter. Let's see. What? Pass. Sometimes these cards don't want to talk, and other times they like fling themselves all over the place. Oh. Ah, Kaylee, I'm so excited. Sorry. I get like, I knew it. Okay. I might actually put out another oracle in here. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna, ooh, there's a lot of these. Wow, this is actually, most of the time they don't pop off like this. Oh Lord. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna go through them one by one. You got male and female, meaning that right. Actually, let me just show them first, and then I'll go back to it. You got male and female. You have the arts. Remember I said I felt like you were a creative person. You have Egypt. You have angels. Lessons and blessings. Bless you. That's my daughter, sorry. And then you have galactic. Now, from the beginning, male and female, that means that you interchange sex more than once in your lifetime, which is really, really common. You aren't always going to reincarnate as a woman, but when you reincarnate to the sex that best fits that time period and the lesson that you need to learn. But sometimes when you've been more than one sex and your soul starts to get confused in a way. The only way that I can best describe it is you can tend to get confused, and when you come into your body does not feel like it's your own. You feel like you're supposed to be in another body. Like maybe you express more outwardly male characteristics, but you're a woman. You're a woman this lifetime, but you kind of feel like, maybe I wasn't always a woman. I am feeling that you were a woman in this Egyptian past time, and actually we'll jump into that. The arts. So you have always been attracted to the arts. It's been like a form of creativity and self-expression for you. It's very, very necessary, I guess, for your soul to develop, and that's why it wants you to pay attention to that. Obviously creativity is not gonna be just art, drawing. It could be writing, it could be expressing yourself through other forms. And then when it comes to the Egypt one, I've noticed that people that have their current lifetime, that Egypt, like if this is your, sorry, I get like tongue-tied really quick because I get like a bunch of things at once, but if your lifetime, if the most important past lifetime is Egypt, or one of the most important, because sometimes people get more than one, you have had a traumatic past. Egypt was not like just the Egyptians and the mummies and all that, you know, all the jazz and stuff, but there's like a lot of trauma that stems from Egyptian past lifetimes that you might be clearing out that karma from now. And remember what I said that there was like I felt like your parents, you probably lived a lifetime in Egypt with your parents, but also like some relationships in here, because they tend to be really, really traumatic when it comes to Egypt, because Egyptians were doing all sorts of crazy things. So when you have a lifetime that's lived in there, it can be messy. Your current lifetime can be messy. I'm speaking from experience as well. And you also have angels, which it means that you've always been looked after. You've always been guarded over, and you've maybe always roamed around the same spirit guide, angel group, whatever the case is, and that they're always watching over you. So you might have like an inclination to one specific angel. It could be Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, or Archangel Uriel. But yeah, that too. So lessons and blessings. It means that sorry, I'm telling you, you're gonna hear pauses from me because I start getting rammed. So lessons and blessings, it can mean that you are I feel like when you accomplish a lesson, you get something immediately in return for gratification, or like, yes, you did it. And it will be immediate. Like once you conquer a difficult lesson, something better is going to be coming forward as your reward. And that's what it feels like when I touch this card. Galactic is like that you not only, like, these two go hand in hand, because the Egyptians had like a strong inclination to what's out there, the outer world. So I feel like before you even had this lifetime, you could have been otherworldly, meaning you did not reincarnate on Earth. You reincarnated in another planet as something else. I don't know what else is there. I don't want to say an alien, because I feel like there could be like human life forms out there, but you might have lived in a different star. I don't know if you have a favorite star or a favorite like constellation, but I feel like each little star has its own little home, and maybe you could have reincarnated there, and then you reincarnated over here, like from here to here. And so sometimes you could feel like you're not very well understood, or that your ideas are way too out there, but you feel like there's an answer for you out there in the stars because you've been out there. So that's what it feels like when I'm looking at this one. So let's get into the actual read. So when I get into the actual read, I do ask about your current family and who they were, what they wanted. Ooh, I'm gonna set these aside because I feel like these two. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm gonna ask overall, like, what was your lifetime like in Egypt? Oh, Lord. Why did I do that? Let's get it out of here. Oh, now they're starting to talk. Oh, ouch. Girl. Burdens. Nothing but burdens. What did I tell you? Egypt is always a hard life. Never fails. You have the Ten of Wands. You have the Moon. You have the Four of Pentacles. And you have the Page of Swords. So I'm feeling in this lifetime's main lesson was for you to realize that you don't have to carry everybody's stuff. You don't have to carry everybody's emotional needs. You don't have to carry everybody's like physical, mental needs. You don't got to carry any of that. And I feel like this is a lesson that you have to bring into your current lifetime. You also have to realize that not everybody is for you. Not everybody is going to want the best for you. And you have to break out of that illusion. And I do feel like you pass in an unnatural sense. By an unnatural sense, I mean, you either got killed, your life could have been very short-lived. I'm feeling like you did not live further than 40. 40 feels like the cutoff for you, because when I'm trying to like feel like how far along you lived through here, but I feel like 40 was the cutoff for you. And I feel like this is more related to maybe childbirth. That maybe you could not have this child, so you perished. I don't know why that feels that way, but it feels that way, and hopefully I'll get more clarification. But it feels like, yeah, like 40 was your cutoff and you did not make it. I feel like your sense of security was also not the best. When it's upright, it's security. When it's downright, it's like your internal security, your need for that security, even financial sense. But I feel like the financial was not the hardest part of this lifetime. I feel like the hardest part of this lifetime was you and your sense of security. Like there was something going on during this lifetime. Hopefully, as I pull more cards, we'll see. There was something going on during this lifetime that left you feeling on shaky ground. It left you feeling reserved. It left you feeling like maybe you couldn't trust everybody. And then again, when I did your chart reading, I saw that you had Venus in Scorpio. So Venus in Scorpio is a restriction of love. It's feeling like there is not enough love. And I feel like it stems from this lifetime. Again, the Page of Swords here is reversed. So you weren't able to see out what you wanted to do most for this lifetime. Because I feel like I said, I feel like your lifetime was very short-lived. I feel like yeah, 40 was the immediate cutoff when it came to this. So let me see. I want to ask about your parents, because I keep feeling like there was like a karmic tie with your mother or your father, but there's something here, and I'm just gonna stop talking and shuffle. Oh, Lord, it's like I dig my own grave sometimes. All right, so I asked about the relationship with your mother. That was the first one that went on, and there was a betrayal here. So I don't feel like she was your mother in this lifetime. She could have been your friend. There was a betrayal here. I feel like it had more to do with maybe a love interest or something that she didn't tell you, because the Knight of Cups here. So she could have been your friend in this lifetime, and there was something that she was withholding from you emotionally about a relationship that you shouldn't have been in. Obviously everything happens for a reason, and in this lifetime I'm feeling like there was something that she withheld from you emotionally when it came to this relationship that affected you in the long run. Like this could have been a turning point, and I'm getting the age of either 23 or 24, so I don't know if you're within that age group right now or within that age gap, but during this lifetime I feel like there's going to be a very karmic relationship that may appear, or that you already have been in, that stems from this lifetime. I'm feeling male energy. Could be a water sign or could be a fire sign, but this male energy definitely kind of kicked your butt to the curb, or didn't completely open up to you, and thus you felt like you had to walk away. Oh, I was just talking about walking away. It felt like you had to walk away, and there was nothing more that you could do for this person, that there was nothing more that you could gain. But again, I feel that push and pull sense, like you still wanted to be around during this lifetime, but they weren't for you, honey. They were like the crap of the crud. Sorry, I hope this shit doesn't, I cuss all the time. I hope that they don't freaking censor it. But yeah, so this person was, oh, didn't I say they were fire or air sign? Wow. So this person was very impulsive, was very like very impulsive, very self-centered, very cocky. They did not have the best interest. This was a very me, egotistical type of relationship with this person. So if you are going to date somebody, make sure you don't run into this person again, though you will. For sure you will. You're clearing out this relationship karma, especially when I looked at your chart. There was that eighth house, the eighth house placement definitely spoke to me. So there was like a need for mental clarity, or a need for kind of justification for you in this lifetime, and I feel like that's why you kept pulling them back in. You kept pulling them back in because you felt like you needed to make sure that what was being told to you, what that emotion that was being withheld from you, was being told to you. So yeah, your mom was definitely a friend that was not the best friend. So I don't know what your relationship to her is like now, but I'm feeling like maybe you guys don't click in the emotional sense. I'm gonna walk through, see what this life was like. I'm gonna walk through like what your early lifetime was like. Oh, shoot. Oh, girl, here we are. The feuding and the fighting. Oh, you got the feuding and the fighting. You got the indecision. You got that emotional strength. I feel like you have that emotional strength. And even though you feel like maybe you've built it over time, I feel like it's always been with you. That emotional strength that you really need, but it can also become emotionally impulsive. Like, I feel like you need to take a step back when it comes to your emotions, and instead of fiercely directing them, you kind of have to sit in them and see what is the best way to articulate them. That's what I'm getting from here. But I feel like there was a lot of just I want to say not heavy karma, but yeah, heavy karma. I don't want to say it, but I'll say it. Especially relating to friend groups in this lifetime. I don't know if you've had many falling out with friends, or they've been particularly deceiving with you, but in this lifetime you felt like you couldn't fully cut these people off. I'm getting that you were part of, maybe, I don't know if you've been attracted to hieroglyphics, or drawing hieroglyphics, or reading hieroglyphics, but I'm getting something about along the lines of hieroglyphics, because it's art, or like scripture, because I'm seeing like a scripture. So it was like a tight-knit little group of people, and there was like bickering, or like, I don't know, there was like very petty things about who could make it to the top of this, who could make it to be one of the best scribers, one of the best artists. But there was definitely bickering around that sense, and I feel like you were not with it from the very beginning. You were like, I am not doing this. But it was like a challenging sort of thing, because people would openly challenge you. I don't know if they still do that, or that's something that you carried, but people will ultimately challenge you, your decisions, and your beliefs. And that stems from here too. So if you have friends that like to challenge you, just know that you bring them back from over here, because you're trying to clear out this karma. You're trying to not have them, you're trying to have them continue repeating this cycle. So just setting boundaries, but also cutting people off. I feel like again, that cutting thing off has been calling me since I read your chart, but it's been calling me, and I keep hearing that maybe sometimes they stick around, or you stick around. So just make sure that you'll be like, I'm done, this is what you did, this is what you said, and I can't keep giving you these chances. It was also a period of introspection, but a lot of introspection. I feel like I said, I feel like you died at a 40 age, and that you couldn't have this child. Like, this child might be born now. I'm feeling like maybe they are not your immediate child, but I feel like this could be a niece or a nephew that you're very attached to, or even your sister if you have a sister or a brother. But there's somebody here that's a little bit younger than you. I don't feel like they're super younger than you, but they're a little bit younger than you, and I feel like an attachment to them. I feel a very hard attachment to them, because they could have been your child. This could actually, honestly, I feel like I'm feeling like not your brother, but I don't know, there's someone here that's not far age. This could also be a best friend that you feel that need to nurture and protect, but they are not far from your age. So I'm not sure who I'm picking up on, but I'm definitely picking up on somebody here. And I want to see more of the relationship with this person. I'm sorry, like sometimes I like whoop, but yeah, I want to see more of the relationship with this person. So I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna use Oracle. Oh Lord. Just when you need them, they'll go silent. Yeah. Stay silent. What is her current relationship with this person? Who is this younger energy I'm sensing? Oh, perfect one. King of Cups. What? I feel like that's so weird because I put back the King of Cups and I pulled back the King of Cups. But yeah, I'm feeling like this is either a male energy or somebody that, you know, really embodies the energy of just emotionally giving towards you. And I feel like that's something that you want to protect. This energy is somebody that you really want to keep around because they are just that dependable and that reliable, and that is something that you've carried from this lifetime. This person was a child that you were supposed to have, but you didn't get that chance. I want to see who I'm feeling because I'm feeling two people here. I'm feeling obviously the one that was supposed to be the father of this child, but I'm also feeling like there's somebody else there. Don't know if it's your dad, don't know if it's your grandfather, but there's two male energies here. Two. Oh, two cards for two energies. Okay. What the heck? Actually, there's three cards. Look at this. Burdens. Nine of Wands reverse. Okay, so it's feeling like remember that karmic relationship that I mentioned earlier that your mom wanted, well, your mom that was your friend during this lifetime, that she kind of held back some emotional information from. This is the same person that fathered your child. So it feels like there was complications, like I said, during the birth, and regardless, this person did not want this child, but it was conceived, and there's another like fatherly figure, could be your dad, could be your grandpa, one or an uncle, but there's a definitely father figure here that wanted to support you and be by your side during this birth, but unfortunately you did not make it. I'm seeing complications, I'm seeing a lot of distress, and like I said, this lifetime was filled with a lot of like I don't know if you have dreams right now of being pregnant and not having children, but I feel like these dreams are trying to kind of rekindle that flame of, hey, remember, this lifetime is important to you. I notice that most of the time when I do past life readings, people randomly regress during dreams because you kind of open a little door. You open a little door that's like, hey, remember, this was somebody you were. But this person was very fiery, very strong. I feel like they felt like they could do this by themselves. But ultimately this person, there was like I feel like they looked down on anybody that did not want to father their kids during this Egyptian time. So it was only, you guys were kind of forced to come together, but the baby did not make it. So that was the end of this lifetime. It was very short-lived. Like I said, you didn't make it past 40. It actually feels more like you were around the age of 38. So that's going to be a very significant lifetime for you. I feel like it'll be a stepping stone, a milestone when it comes to your lifetime. I feel like there's going to be a big event during this age. I'm not sure what it is. Just write it down somewhere, and maybe in a couple years come back to this video. But yeah, there was a very significant lifetime for it, for that number. And I'm also getting the number 8, which is the number of like stability, home life. So I don't know if right now you're working on becoming more like stable within yourself or trying to move out, but I'm getting that number 2. So yeah, that's for this lifetime. I'm also gonna do, because I felt called to do some pulls from the Isis Oracle, because I was looking at it and then I got the Egyptian lifetime, so it was kind of feeling like, hey, this is something I need to pay attention to. Oh Lord, sorry, I have 500,000 things on here. Okay, yeah, this can wait till later. This box is huge, by the way, if you're interested in it. This box is huge and the cards are huge too. It comes with some really nice, like a really thick book. Look at this. I've never seen a book this thick. It comes with some really nice meditations, rituals that you could do to kind of, oh, maybe that's why I pulled it. Wow. It comes with some really nice meditations and rituals that you could do to kind of connect with yourself and connect with this lifetime. Wow, that was just way too on the ball for me. What message do we have for Kaylee? Interesting. Oh, there's a couple here. Wow. Uniting with the angelic self. So remember when we pulled that angel card? I feel like they're asking you to contact them. They're asking you, hey, if you need help, we're here. Path of the Divine Warrior. So I feel like this is saying, like, believe in where you're going. If you feel pulled to go into one direction, go for it. Don't ask questions. What else is here? I have Horus. Awakening divine perception. See? Boop. So it's asking you, like, open yourself up to this possibility. Open yourself up to this lifetime so you can see how deep and how far that spirituality kind of lingers. I feel like someone has a message for you. I don't know if you're into Egyptian deities, or if this calls to you, but somebody has a message for you, whether it's Isis, I forgot what's the Horus, Osiris, but there's some deity that has a message for you here. Anubis, I feel like Anubis probably has a message for you, but somebody has a message for you relating to this lifetime. Oh, Priestess of Sirius. So getting in contact with either Sirius or Anubis will kind of push you into what you're looking for. I feel like there's like I don't know if there's like an interest in Egyptian mythology or in the Egyptian life, but there's a message for you in there if you look for it. You just have to make sure that you're open to receiving this message, because I feel like this message could even come to you in a dream. I feel like a couple days I'm gonna get a message saying, Mitzi, I had a dream that I was holding an Egyptian card, or that there was an Egyptian, I was in a pyramid, and I will ask you what that message was. But definitely try to get a feel for this, even if it's just looking at Egyptian pictures or something that triggers that memory within you, so that you can receive this message, because I do feel like there's a message for you somewhere in there, and I'm not sure what it is. But if you have any questions, please email me, or just, message me on Twitter. Thank you so much for booking with me, and I hope that you got what you needed.